Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here, and I have the tier updates for June 2017 for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, a lot of these are crazy. We haven't had a tier update since March, so there are a lot of drops and rises that are just out of the blue. I'm going to be going through every single one, and I'll be giving my opinion on it, or as to why. Hopefully very briefly on every single mon, because there is a lot of mons, but I'll be saying as to why I believe that they rose or why they may have risen. So first off, Mew rose from UU to OU. Now this makes sense because our friend Mega Medicham was released, and Mew is one of the few defoggers that can actually beat any set of Mega Medicham. Physically defensive, is not 2-hit KO'd by any set of Mega Medicham, bar like Mega Punch, but Mega Punch isn't legal on Mega Medicham. Shout out to CBB, by the way, he made that set. But defog Mew. This set in particular has risen a lot in popularity right now. Defog, Will-O-Wisp, Soft Boiled, and either Stealth Rock, Knockoff, Psychic as the other moves. Psychic is also really nice because it allows them to break through Pokemon like Toxapex. Knockoff is also pretty cool because it allows people to break through Tangrowth like Assault Vest and whatnot. And then Mew can again just run some sort of physically defensive set. Will-O-Wisp is just good for crippling Pokemon like Greninja, and Bisharp in general, just dark types. And Mew just being naturally psychic type, it can switch in as well on Pokemon like Keldeo. It can eat up hits from Zygarde if necessary. So I understand why Mew moved from UU to OU. Again, based on what was allowed in the tier and what was revealed in the tier and what was recently released, it makes sense that Mew rose up. So, but this is crazy for UU because UU now is losing a ton of mons. UU itself is just losing a ton of mons, and it's actually incredible how UU, as you guys will see as we keep going, how UU is actually flipped around completely. So next up we got Beedrill moved from OU to UU. I mean, Mega Beedrill wasn't really one of the most hype megas. Yeah, getting the auto speed boost is pretty cool. I think in UU tier that'd be pretty nice, especially because there are some nice fairy types down there, such as Primarina, and there are Pokemon such as Latias down there, which Beedrill can just U-turn out of there. And being able to run 4 moves is pretty cool because Pursuit is definitely an option as well as Knockoff, SD, Drill Run, and it'll just be a nice offensive check as well to Pokemon like Raikou. So Beedrill moving down to UU is pretty cool. It's just usage went down, so. Again, that's pretty sick. Sceptile moved down from OU to UU. It makes sense because we just got Sceptile. It was just released, so there was not enough usage of it in the higher tiers for it to actually stay in OU. But I think it'll find a great home in the UU tier. Not only does it have a good speed tier down there, it doesn't have any competition from Pokemon like Tangrowth as a grass type in general in the OU tier. Like, they're not down there in UU. And just the fact that it has Leaf Storm, Dragon Pulse, it's being able to break through common mons like Latias for a little bit of chip damage, being able to break through Pokemon like Crocodile, severely hurting Pokemon in the UU tier like Entei with Dragon Pulse, and even being able to run Tech HP Fire, not even Tech, but standard HP Fire for Scizor, and outspeeding Raikou, having Lightning Rod, that way Raikou cannot Volt Switch around, and being a check to team player, Swampert, or an answer rather to team player, which is something that's really common in UU. Sceptile's going to find a great home in there. Now, Mamoswine moved from OU to UU. Now, I'm not quite sure if it'll actually be UU, because if I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken, and you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and if not, it's fine. But Mamoswine moved from OU to UU, and it might just be BL, so it actually might not even be able to be played in the UU tier, because I'm pretty sure Mamoswine was either banned from UU and put in BL, or just ended up rising up. But Mamoswine usage went down. I think that, again, this also still has to do with the fact that as a stealth rocker, it was outclassed by Landorus, obviously. Not necessarily outclassed, but Landorus is used more as a ground type, because Landorus just when the way I see it, Mamoswine is good, right? Because it can check Pokemon like Garchomp, and it hits so hard, and it's really tough to switch into. But when you have competition as a ground type from Landorus, which is literally on every team, can run HPIs to check opposing Landorus and switch in on Zygarde, and the fact that Tapu Fini is around, and just, I don't know, I feel like Mamoswine, though it definitely had the tools or the potential to stay OU, and it's a great mon. It's a great mon. Like, switching into Mamoswine, it's a nuke. It's a truck. Like, there's no good actual switch-ins, and it breaks through Pokemon like Toxapex, Tangrowth, and whatnot. But I just, as a ground type, it just ended up falling in usage. I think same thing goes along the lines with Muck, just as an answer to, as like a dark type, as an answer to like Tapu Lele and whatnot. Dugtrio usage definitely makes Muck a little harder to play. Just being able to be feared of being trapped, obviously from Arena Trap. Offensive dark types like Greninja make it hard to put Muck on your team. Bisharp rose up in usage as well, which is something we'll go over around, especially with Sticky Web and whatnot. So, and as well with the huge amounts of Zygarde usage, and of course Landorus being like one of the most used Pokemon ever. But the huge amounts of Zygarde usage as well just push Muck down. But in UU, that'd be really fun. I can't wait to use this mod. Again, there's a bunch of fairy types in the tier. If we actually look at the UU tier, we can look at a few Pokemon down here, but like just knockoff spam is really good. It's a Pokemon that can actually take on Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise is a monster down there, and it can actually take on Hoopa as well. If we'll keep going, but the tier UU did lose Bisharp, so now the pursuitors are Crocodile and you know, Arrow and whatnot. But now we also have Muck, which again is really cool, being able to not only check Pokemon such as Sylveon, but also just spam knockoff. And I really like its addition to the tier, and just being able to switch in on the dual stab of Hoopa and not caring about it and being able to pursue trap. So I think Muck will find a good home in the UU tier, if not any tier below. But Clefable moved up from UU to OU. I mean, it makes sense. Clefable is necessary on stall teams for as an underwear user, as well as a cleric. Mainly because it's one of the few switch-ins to Banded Zygarde, besides like Tangrowth. It also can just naturally check Pokemon like Medicham. Obviously, it has to worry about like terrain-boosted Zen Headbutts or terrain-boosted Thunder Punches and whatnot, or high jump kick into terrain-boosted Thunder Punch and whatnot. But it's one of these switch-ins that can also get up Stealth Rock on Zygarde, can eat up any hit, can knock off and Moonblast. So that set has also risen, not only just on stall, but in general, Clefable as a knockoff Stealth Rocker. And it makes sense with, again, Medicham being released. Though, again, mainly Clefable's usage is seen on stall. I think Calm Mind is definitely like a sleeper. But this is ridiculous for UU because Clefable is one of the best Pokemon in the U tier. We'll actually look at the viability rankings. Hopefully they didn't change them. They probably did change them because this was revealed yesterday. But we'll look at the viability rankings right here. And damn, Clefable's gone. But Clefable was, they changed it already. Clefable was S rank, if I'm not mistaken. So one of the best UU mons, can just Calm Mind up and win, switching to dragons and whatnot. But that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous for UU to just lose that. One of the main mons, Dark Resist, answers to Hydreigon and Crocodile, and Lottie as well, just gone. Another one that's big, Salamence moved from OU to UU. Now this one doesn't necessarily matter so much for the UU tier, just because Salamence was BL before it moved up to OU, so it will be banned back to BL. It will not actually be playable in UU, if I'm not mistaken, unless they decide to test it in later. But Salamence did move from the OU to the UU tier, and I guess Salamence usage just went down mainly because of, we got the Tapus, we'll check it. Obviously it does have Z, FlyMZ, but it's pretty, I feel like in OU it was pretty one-dimensional. The Moxie set with Dragon Dance was definitely pretty busted, but with Landorus again running around with HP Ice and being, again, I feel like it's a good mon, but it's being weak to Stealth Rock, being hard to set up. It just fell in usage, as well as the fact that it can't break through Pokemon like Celesteela, although it is paired with Magnezone for the most part, so that's not really a reason. But Salamence did fall from OU to UU, and that's not to say that it's not a giant threat, and that's also not to say that you can't use it in the OU tier, obviously. But the main set was just Dragon Dance, FlyMZ, and then when you have all these Pokemon with the Auto Megas already having base 100 stats, like Speed Time with Medicham, Physically Defensive Mew, Physically Defensive Landorus with HP Ice, Protect Landorus as well, rising up in usage with HP Ice as well, being able to stop that. You understand why Salamence usage did go down. Kyurem Black moved up from BO to OU. Makes sense. Kyurem should always have been OU. Being able to pretty much 2KO every mon in the tier with Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, Iron Head, Earth Power, respectively. There's not much to say about that, but it makes sense whereas Kyurem moved up. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't, not like it wasn't seen in OU at all. It was BL, so it was banned from UU. So only tiers you could actually use it in would be OU and Ubers. But as a wall breaker, it makes sense that it was moved up. Steelix Mega moved from OU to UU. I mean, all Megas start off in the OU tier. This generation, the Megas start off in the OU tier, so Steelix was OU, and it did have that niche of being able to actually be a check, a soft check to Tapu Lele, as well as a pretty decent answer to Mega Metagross. But with Mega Metagross being banned, Steelix really using that niche, it just fell down to UU. Now this is a crazy one. Buzzwole moved from OU to UU. I mean, again, Steelix moving down to UU is great because it gives the tier an even better Raikou answer. Doesn't care about hidden powers. Just has to watch out for Calm Mind, Never Nightmare. Can eat up hits from Crocodile. Does not care. Get up Stealth Rock, an offensive ground type and Steel type as well. So that's amazing for UU. That'd be pretty fun to play around with UU. Buzzwole moved from OU to UU. Now. Buzzwole usage just went down, but that's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous in the UU tier. One, Buzzwole has a good speed tier, and what I say by that is that it's faster than Pokemon like Crawdon. It's faster than Decidueye. It can naturally resist Crocodile. It has obviously Beast Boost. It can sub up on sets. It can switch in on. It can sub up on Amoonguss. It's faster than. It's faster than Mega Blastoise, which is pretty cool too because Mega Blastoise has been running Timid. That's been rising up in popularity. That allows it to check Hoopa and whatnot. So it's faster than Mega Blastoise. And Buzzwole's going to be a monster in the tier. Also being able to, I don't want to say naturally break through Stall, but it can break through like Fatmons, like Blissey, some sort of Toxic variant, some sort of Bulk Up variant. Obviously Quagsire can deal with it. It's also an answer to Scizor, which is one of the best Pokemon in the tier. Like Scizor is literally S rank. And an answer to Cobalion, which is pretty big as well. Though you do have to watch out for +2 Steelium Z. But being able to naturally take on Pokemon like Scizor, Cobalion, Crocodile, and Gliscor in the tier is crazy. Even Terrakion. So Buzzwole is definitely a ridiculous addition to the UU tier. Having a good speed tier. I mean by that is that it's faster than the threats that are around its side. Like, again, Blastoise, Crawdon, Primarina. Being faster than Magneton as well. Just a few mons like that. So definitely has a good speed tier, and I'm excited to use this mon in the UU tier. I'm not sure if it'll be quick ban or not, but I'm excited. Pidgeot moved down from OU to UU. Another mon that's going to be pretty busted in UU. I'm honestly not surprised if it would be banned. It was banned last generation from UU, and it'll probably be banned this generation. It makes sense though. Tapu Koko pretty much made Tapu Koko plus Heatran on most teams made it tough to use Pidgeot. Not only that, Pidgeot doesn't have natural resistances. Getting the auto speed boost is great, especially for the UU tier because you'll be faster than Pokemon like Raikou, you'll be faster than Latias, you'll be faster than Zygarde Dog, and as well with Buzzwole down in the tier. It will have a little competition as a Mega from Pokemon like Aerodactyl because there's like little or no reason to be not use Mega Aerodactyl. Mega Aerodactyl is amazing because it can pursue, it can crunch. Adamant Crunch as well can knock out Lottie. It can pursue Lotties, it can pursue Hoopa. But I'm definitely excited to be able to use Pidgeot because not only does it have stab, 100% accurate Hurricanes, it can also use like a workup Hurricane Roost set, which will allow it to beat Stall, which is something we used back in ORAS. And the fact that it is now allowed in UU, crazy. Cardon moved from BL2 to UU. I mean, Cardon usage has risen up in UU. It doesn't really do anything. It was already used a lot in UU, which is why it rose up. It was just banned from RU. That makes sense. Houndoom moved from OU to UU. Another mon that I'm super excited to be using because Nasty Plot Houndoom, getting that auto speed boost really did benefit it, allowing it to, again, outspeed Latias automatically. It can run Nasty Plot sets with Dark Pulse, Fire Blast. I think it makes Sun decently viable in the UU tier. And, yeah, it makes Sun viable in the UU tier because of its ability. And Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, HP Grass has like no switch-ins in the tier. It actually has no switch-ins. HP Grass allowing you to comfortably deal with Swampert at +2. Can even run Pursuit mixed. I actually did a moveset video on it, so I'm excited to be using it in the UU tier. And again, it wasn't released that long ago, so it makes sense that usage was moved down. And as a Dark type, why use Houndoom when I can use Greninja, which can, you know, deal with Ferrothorn with HP Fire. It can literally, Greninja's not a water type. Greninja is whatever type you want it to be. Smeargle moved up from NU to UU. It makes sense. Sticky Web. Smeargle is literally the #1 mon used on Sticky Web, the standard Sticky Web team of which actually changed a lot. But I'll just put a few Pokemon there, or at least 2 Pokemon that were on the Sticky Web team that got affected by usage. But Smeargle, Bisharp, standard on Sticky Web. Smeargle literally lays up the webs, gets them up, gets up the Stealth Rock. So it makes sense that it was used, and it was spammed on the ladder, especially during Suspect Test. Though I'm not sure how much Suspect Test play into roll for tiers, but it was just spam on the ladder at that point. Keldeo. Keldeo is another mon. But before we go into Keldeo, we'll go for Bisharp. Bisharp moved up from UU to OU. That's amazing. That's crazy for the UU tier. A lot of my reaction is going to be that's crazy for the UU tier. Yeah, because like I said, UU was actually flipped on its head. And I do want to know your thoughts, by the way. But UU was literally flipped on its head. Losing a Pursuiter, losing a Sucker Punch answer to Lottie. That's crazy. But again, Bisharp moved up, being spammed on not only Sticky Web, but also being spammed on that Ninetales Aurora Veil team that's also been running around. So Bisharp eventually moved up. That's pretty cool. Can punish Defog. I mean, Bisharp has never been a bad Pokemon. Usage just went down, but I'm sure when Greninja gets banned, it'll stay OU. Like even with Tapu Lele stopping Sucker Punch, having Steel and Dark stab is amazing. So yeah, Keldeo moved up from UU to OU. Another ridiculous change. You lost an answer to Scarfy Dragon. You lost a mon that can actually sweep late game if Latias got Pursuit trapped. But Keldeo moved from UU to OU, and I want to say this is specifically because of Greninja and Volcarona. Volcarona forces you to use a Pokemon with over base 100 speed as a Choice Scarf user, and this is one of the most common Keldeo sets right now. Even with Pokemon like Tapu Bulu and Tapu Fini in the tier, Keldeo can still find its place in the tier. But the most common set right now would have been Stone Edge, Secret Sword, Hydro Pump, and either Scald slash Surf. Surf allows you to 2-hit KO Tapu Lele, but Stone Edge is there because it allows you. Keldeo can switch in on Giga Dream. Can switch in on boosting Volcarona and can revenge kill it with Stone Edge, allowing a hit. Even then, Volcarona sometimes runs. Chardy Berry, but also Keldeo can also take on Battle Bond Greninja, which is also a ridiculous threat, but it can resist Azul Stab, making it a pretty decent answer, and being able to outspeed other common choice cards like Garchomp, being able to threaten those as well. Even Scald Burning Tangrowth is pretty nice for Keldeo, but yeah, it makes sense where I moved up. It's about time, but again, that's ridiculous for UU. Losing just an offensive answer to so many threats in the tier. Scarf Keldeo was so good in the UU tier. I also like Specs, but I like Scarf better. Pelipper moved down from OU to UU. I'm not sure how much this affects UU because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Auto Weather is banned in the UU tier. I could be completely wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, Auto Weather is banned. If I am wrong, then great, because getting Auto Rain is amazing. But again, I'm pretty sure that Auto Weather is banned. But yeah, that's still pretty cool. I mean, like for Pelipper itself, I think it'll still find usage in the OU tier, mainly because Swampert was just released, and Swampert getting that auto speed boost is amazing for Swampert. I didn't realize how good it was for Swampert in this generation, but having that auto speed boost, having Earthquake to be able to punish Tangrowth up. By the way, Mega Swampert moved from OU to UU, but that's amazing for Mega Swampert because it's going to be great down there as just a Rain Dance abuser, as like a self-Rain, because you can use Rain with like Azoth, with like, well not Azoth, but like, with like, you can use Rain with like Tornadus and whatnot. Well, Azoth as well, because Azoth can get up the Rain and boom and whatnot. But that's really cool for Rain down there. Also, just as an offensive stealth rocking tank, being able to curse around and whatnot. Definitely really cool for Pert. But yeah, I can definitely see Pelipper moving back up to the OU tier, especially because Pert just came out and it's probably the best Rain Dancer user for Pert. Just because it gets momentum, has recovery and roost, can U-turn, Scald, Hurricane, and whatnot. So, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure starting, like, Auto Weather is banned in UU. I think I'm wrong. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. If it's not banned, then that's fine. That's fine. And then that's a great combination, obviously. But Chris told me that it was banned, and I don't think I've ever seen that. Let me just check right now. You know what? Let's just check right now because I don't want to be wrong, and like I rather give you guys information that's truthful. So let me see. Pelipper, Drizzle. Give him a nice choice specs. You know, get a nice Scald, Hurricane, Ice Beam, U-turn, whatever. Validate. Yep. Alright, I was right. So yeah, Auto Weather is banned, so it doesn't matter too much, but Pelipper will definitely rise up. Being especially paired with Mega Perk being paired up in the OU tier. And also the Astro Ninja being able to be on that type of squad, I can definitely see Pelipper rising up. But yeah, Solver moving down is amazing. Xurkitree moved from OU to UU. I mean, it's about time. Even on those Baton Pass teams, with Baton Pass, they get banned, so definitely limited it. But even on Baton Pass teams, you typically saw Scullipede, Dugtrio, Magearna. And as time kept going on, Xurkitree eventually fell off on the team itself, mainly because you're forced to run, again, something with a rock move that is over base 100, and most ones with rock moves. Garchomp, Landorus and whatnot, even Excadrill, Keldeo, all the Scarfers in the tier are faster than Xurkitree, and Assault Vest Tangrowth as well, running around, being able to check Xurkitree. Whatnot. Obviously, with a few speed boosts, it's pretty nasty. But and again, if you let it get his beast boost too much, it has 471 special attack, so it's ridiculous to deal with. But it makes sense while it fell down in the from OU. It really fell from grace. I think it's just based on like what's being used in the meta. There's Zygarde running around as well as Tangrowth, and Tangrowth just being an immediate stop to it, being able to take hits, and Baton Pass taking that hit. It just fell, man. Nidoqueen moved from NU to RU, which is pretty crazy for RU. Moved from NU to UU, excuse me, which is pretty bad for RU because RU lost its best offensive check to Heracross. He lost his best offensive check to Heracross, as well as an offensive check to the Blade, as well as a Stealth Rocket that can beat both Mantine with Thunderbolt and Gligar with Ice Beam. So now Heracross in the RU tier doesn't need to run Earthquake on its last set to hit the Blade plus Nidoqueen. It can now just run Close Combat, Mega Horn, Knockoff, which was its first 3 moves, and the last move can be Stone Edge to punish fire types, Moltres and whatnot. That's pretty cool for Heracross. Again, that's RU going to be pretty freed up because Heracross is going to be a lot better, a lot better in the tier. And then Nidoqueen was used in UU because it's a great offensive Stealth Rocker that can check Scizor, that can check Raikou, that doesn't have switch-ins. Like, think of Nidoking with bulk. Think of Nidoking with bulk, as well as the fact that it appreciates now that that Keldeo's gone. It appreciates that that Mew is gone, because Mew's that if it ranks Spadef could eat up any hits from Nidoqueen. But yeah, Nidoqueen is also a Stealth Rocket that can really punish any Defogger / Rapid Spinner for a 2-hit KO with either Ice Beam on the on Latias, or like Earth Power / Thunderbolt on Blastoise. So Mega Audino moved from OU to UU. I mean, Mega Audino was only in OU because, again, Megas are auto-placed in OU tier. I don't know if he'll find any place in the UU tier. I know as we keep going to NU, PU, RU, it could probably work down there pretty well. But maybe as a Cleric Fairy type, or Wish Passing, Fat Wish Passing, maybe it has that over Clefable, but obviously Clefable had Unaware in the tier. So I'm not quite sure how much Audino will do down there. But it is an answer to Zydog, though it's weak to Cobalion, it's weak to Scizor, and those are really common. So I'm not quite sure. But Gengar moved from UU to OU, and Gengar was one of the best Pokemon in the UU tier. Again, Scarf was great, Z-Move was great, Life Orb was great, HP Fire Tech was great, Will-O-Wisp was great with Hex, but Gengar moved from UU to OU. Cobalion lost an offensive check. Gengar usage had been moving up anyway. In the beginning of the generation, it was the new toy syndrome, and Gengar just got left behind. Unfortunately, Gengar was the one Pokemon that had actually always been OU up until this generation. Starmie was the second Pokemon, but in X and Y UU, it was down in the UU tier because of Aegislash and Greninja making spinning hard and outclassing it as an offensive water type. But if you can even call Greninja a water type. But Gengar moving up, great Scarfer, great Spec-Scar is amazing this generation. It has no switch-ins. It just clicks Shadow Ball. It actually just clicks Shadow Ball. And 2 KOs everything. Even Assault Vest Tangrowth has to worry about it with Stealth Rock plus Spike Up. So Gengar moving up to OU, finally where it belongs. Being also an offensive spin blocker, having access to Icy Wind / Trick, being able to cripple teams, Life Orb sets. Gengar is just such a good mon, so I'm glad that it finally moved up to OU where it belongs. And UU, again, UU just lost Like, if we go over this, Yu lost some massive, massive threats in the tier. Mew, Clefable, Keldeo, Bisharp, Gengar. That's ridiculous, and it gained so many mons. So I'm definitely excited to mess around with the Yu tier this generation. I do want to know your thoughts. Of course, you can leave them down below. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys later. It's so crazy though to see all the changes, and I'm definitely hyped, like I said, to play with all these mons. Xurkitree and Yu, Buzzwole, you get my Beast Boost down there, even Mega Pidgeot, and Muck is gonna be fun. So yeah, in any case, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Leave your thoughts down below. Goodbye.